Welcome to LSB Feaster's Radio Air Check and Classic TV channel.
What is your name?
My son listens. We haven't written you that we listen, but we listen every day.
Oh, I know you. Who are you?
This is Mary Jones.
Mary Jones.
Oh, that's my son laughing back there. He's the one that turns you on every morning and wakes me up.
Okay, I've never been turned on by a boy before. Brian. That's marvelous.
My question is...
Yes.
Bullock McPhone, how come we haven't heard from him? We need him twice a day the way the New York teams are playing.
Bullet, yes. Well, that's the problem. See, the Yankees, for those of you who are new to the Ross and Wilson Show, Bullet McPhone, of course, the assistant pitching coach for the New York Yankees, and the holder of the record of the fastest fastball ever pitched in the Major Leagues, 598 miles an hour, actually clocked in 1951 out at Yankee Stadium. 598 miles an hour, caught by the catcher was the late Nubs McTurkle, right? Who unfortunately, we all remember him, with an untimely demise. Untimely demise shortly after that unfortunate incident. Well, Mary, I tell you, that's the problem. See, the Yankees are doing so poorly that the Georges kept Bullet under constant pressure to improve the bullpen. Yeah. You probably read about Bullet in the newspaper, the recent Dave Righetti situation there when they sent him down to the minors. Yes. And Rudy, of course, is kind of filling in there. And that's of course all Bullet's doing. Of course, Bullet, knowing his position full well on the Yankee staff, refrains from headline grabbing and so on, and allows for Yogi and Dave and George and so on to get most of the ink.
So they call the Callies now.
Yeah, that's it.
I love them though.
Well, I tell you what, being that the season is beyond the halfway point, we're trying to set up a special 1 hour. We're going to get Bullet on for an hour during the Celebrity Hour here from 9 to 10 to answer all the sports questions and so on, because he is quite an authority, not just on baseball, but on incredible. He makes Art Rush Jr. look like an ignoramus. That's hard to believe, frankly. So we're going to get Bullet on, and you can ask all your questions about baseball, basketball, curling, croquet, and even third world sports. Spears and everything. He's got it all. So wait for that glorious moment shortly after the All-Star break. Hang by your radio there. Yes, and right if you get work. And
okay, thank you very much.
Mary, thanks for calling.
Okay,
always a delight. By the way, if you'd like to tune in tonight, Yankee baseball tonight, the Yankees are playing in where else but lovely Oakland. Yeah, Bullet hates Oakland. Why? I know well, they don't have Chipwiches out there. Oh, that's probably all he's doing to do his Chipwich franchise here in New York. Pre-game show at 10:15 tonight, and then Phil, Frank, Bill, and John with all the action at 10:30 here at WABC Talk Radio 77. Good morning, Mary. No, you're not Mary. You're Annette.
Brian?
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Annette. Hi.
I know your name is Annette. You're not the Annette from the Mickey Mouse Club, are you?
What?
You're not. You were never on the Mickey Mouse Club, were you?
I was at the No Stars game on Father's Day, and I met you there.
You met me at the No Stars game on Father's Day. Down in Central. Oh, I remember. You were wearing the white blouse that you filled out so well. Yeah, I remember that.
I was wearing a blue top and then the gray pants.
That's what I meant. You had your mother with you.
Yeah,
I remember that. No, we're doing great. How are you? How's your mom and them?
We're fine. I wanted to ask you something.
All right.
Are you going to be coming back to New Jersey for a No Stars game?
Are we coming back to New Jersey?
Like around Bloomfield somewhere?
Down around, I don't know. I'll have to ask the assistant coach, Ross Brittain, who's, or maybe Kathy, who is our general mangler out there on the, out there in the control room. Do we have when do we have our next game in New Jersey, Kathy? 17th or 18th. 17th or 18th. We'll be back in New Jersey over at Edgewater, New Jersey, which is, well, that's right over across the pond here, isn't it?
Edgewater, New Jersey?
Right below Fort Lee.
Fort Lee, that's kind of far.
Oh, what do you mean? Where are we? You're only down. What do you mean kind of far? You're not walking, are you?
No.
Well.
No, I have my mother drive me.
Well, there you have it. Fort Lee is no problem. You just get on Route 80 and head for the bridge.
Listen, I'd just like to tell you, I think you're terrific.
Oh, yeah?
And I love you.
You do?
Great.
Wow. Well, listen,
you two are the hottest disc jockeys to ever hit New York.
We are?
Yes.
Gee.
I mean, forget about everybody else. I think you're great.
I have forgotten about most other people.
I mean, like, all those others, forget
I think you're terrific.
Well, thanks a lot, Annette.
You made my day, Father's Day. You really did.
Well, wait a minute. Let's not go too far. There may be an implication there that people aren't aware of. Annette, thanks for...
I'm just giving you a compliment.
Well, thank you.
Thank
you very much. Thank you for calling. Tell your mom we said hello.
Your nearly famous Ross and Wilson show here. As long as we're talking about No Stars baseball, the No Stars will be playing in Brooklyn this Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. The field is Parkview Field, right between 65th and 66th Street, between 8th and 9th Avenues.
77 WABC Talk Radio and the Ross and Wilson Show. Good morning, Bill.
Hello, Ross.
No, this is Wilson. Yes, very
This
good.
is Billy from Brooklyn.
I won't hold that against you.
Hello,
We love
William.
Brooklyn.
How you doing?
Oh, great.
Listen, I think you two guys are beautiful. You guys, I want to tell you something. You guys are really wacko in the morning.
Wacko, you say?
Now, but listen, don't be talking about my guy, Art Russ.
Why not? We have an obligation here to promote his
He is
show.
a walking encyclopedia when it comes to sports.
He is the walking encyclopedia.
He's the only guy I know. I've been listening to sports shows for a long time, fellas. He's the only guy that could tell you who was in attendance the night Lewis knocked out Schmeling.
Yes, I know.
People were there and what they were chewing on.
And Art was there himself.
Yeah,
He was chewing on something there himself, I think.
He spent a lot of time at the...
You guys are beautiful in the morning.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you, Billy.
fellas.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye. Of course, we have Steve McFarland, the walking soft cover.
Art spent a lot of time in the big ball yard in the South Bronx.
He certainly has, and it's wonderful of him to have done so. Well,
It's your nearly famous Ross and Wilson show. You know, the other day we did Mickey Mouse trivia.
yeah.
On the
I don't want
9
to
to 10 hour.
I don't want to do trivia today. You want to do trivia?
Well, I just thought I had a bunch of addresses, and I thought, we would.
Oh,
do those.
who lives at
Who lives at the different addresses?
Are these from TV shows, radio
TV shows?
Oh,
TV shows.
well, we can do that. We can
The,
find some. I'm sure there's somebody out there who's a TV watcher.
The first address is 345 Stone Cave, Bedrock. Now that's an easy one.
Oh, I know that. That's the Flintstones. That's easy. You say Bedrock. Well, don't do it. Let's see. May, good morning. You're on the air.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. How are things in the WABC this morning?
Oh, gosh. I'm from North Plainfield.
North Plainfield. That's still in New Jersey, isn't it?
Well, it sure is.
Last time I checked.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to tell you, for the first time in 5 years, my husband smiles a little bit in the morning. It's a slight smile, but sometimes just a little bit more than a grin.
Well, what have you been doing?
What have you changed?
We put you on in the morning.
Oh,
all right.
I discovered you two, and by gosh, I laugh like heck, but he's just slightly smiling. I'm waiting for the big golf off.
Oh, you had me worried there for a minute. I thought maybe your Fredericks catalog had come in.
No, you're really great. I love you. You start my whole day, and gosh, if you get the old man just with a little grin on there, boy, it's great.
Well, listen, watch very carefully. Tell me at exactly what point he smiles, and tell me what we were doing and what you were doing at that particular moment. Maybe we can get a correlation here. And get yes, and who knows? We may be sending him into peals of laughter before the end of the year.
I hope so, because you're doing very good.
Well, thank you. What does he do? I mean, when he's not smiling.
He's a retired banker.
Oh, retired. Well, they never.
A little garden outside.
Oh my goodness. Well, the bankers rarely smile anyway.
I know it.
Yeah.
He's starting now since I put you on.
Oh, well,
There's a little victory garden that he has.
Oh yes.
What are you raising?
String beans, lettuce.
Well, that's good.
Potatoes.
All those cool foods that Rasa talked about earlier.
Right.
Well, that's terrific.
Yep.
Well, Mary, listen, thank you very much for calling, and tell the old guy to keep yucking.
I will.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. Well, I said let's not go. Look, it's very nice to hear all these marvelous compliments and so on, but let's not go hog wild here. It's nice when we have an open date like this, but we're really not trolling for compliments here.
No, I think not.
We want to let's talk about strip and search or something. Well, let's not
something controversial.
Yes.
You didn't want to do trivia.
Oh no, trivia is fine. We'll find somebody out there that knows what they're talking about and get to them right after these.
WABC Talk Radio 77 with Owen Spann, weekday mornings at 10.
49% of the American people believe that half of their fellow citizens cheat on their personal income tax. How much money are we losing? About $90 billion.
One of the industry's best interviewers, Owen Spann, talks with a unique brand of people and with you.
Dr. Henry Ritter's with us. He is 10 or 15 years ago either didn't exist or nobody ever heard about.
Owen Spann.
Did you make the statement, there is a full-blown nationwide taxpayer revolt?
Yes, I did. Owen Spann, with his own brand of wit, humor, and conversation.
VD was discussed in hushed tones, and anyone who served any time in the military service can recall those marvelous educational training films they would always show right before lunch.
Owen Spann, weekday mornings at 10 on WABC, Talk Radio 77.
9:25, let's talk about the New York Times.
Phoenix is
No, New York Times.
Huh?
Thank you. Okay.
Well, Phoenix is...
No, we're not talking about the New York Times.
Well,
I
I know
talk
that,
about
but-
Phoenix, Arizona now.
But in the New York Times, the fourth of a series of articles on the Sun Belt, they talk about Phoenix.
I get it.
It's America's 10th largest city, you know.
I understand the myth of Phoenix is not what it's all cracked up to be.
Well, they have growing pains.
Mhm.
I was about to mention that.
I
And today's Times also takes you to Harrisburg, lovely Harrisburg, Pennsylvania,
Gee.
for a look at the tough new prison law Pennsylvania is pushing through.
Well, is that the one that you carved out of the picture here with the bull goring the guy down the ground?
No, that was Pamplona, Spain, Brian.
Have an interesting prison reform program there, too, apparently.
Yes, apparently so. Also in the Times, the reasons why Patrick Murphy, New York's former police commissioner, is in hot water with the nation's police chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
And what a descendant of one of the Bounty's mutineers saw when he returned to his native Pitcairn Island.
Yes. Is that a small mountain or Marlon Brando back?
No. And on the new sports pages, a review of the semifinal showdown in World Cup soccer. And don't forget, in the sports pages, Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson speaking on Dave Winfield and George Steinbrenner.
That's just for starters. There's so much to get you going in today's time, so why not get going to your nearest news outlet and get your copy of
the New York Times. Thank you very much. 77 WABC Talk Radio in New York. We have an open date today since Pia Zadora stood us up again.
Really?
So we're talking about whatever. Let's see who's on the phone here. Mary? Was it Mary or Margie? Margie? Hello?
Hello,
Hi, who's this?
my name is Margie.
Margie, that's right. Okay, good. Hi, good morning. Welcome
Good
to the show.
morning.
Where are you calling from in New York?
Canarsie.
Canarsie. I was thinking about that this morning. I was saying to myself on the way in, you know, Brian, we never get any calls from Canarsie.
Yes.
Well, now you have one.
And here we are.
Well, we have our lovely Hasidic engineer,
Yes,
Sid Simon.
Sid Simon is from Canarsie.
Canarsie.
In fact, he's one of the original Canarsie Indians.
Is he?
Yeah, he's got this neat loincloth that he wears to work. It's an incredible thing.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
Oh, it is. It's got Eda Joe's on one side and his OTB number on the back.
A lot of advertising, yes. Well, what can we do for you this morning, Margie?
Margie, welcome to the show. What's
Well,
going on?
I listen to you guys every morning when I drive to Staten Island.
Yeah?
And I go hysterical on the Bill Parkway, and I think people must really think that I'm out of my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd really like a picture of Steve.
You want a picture of Steve? Oh, are you single?
Well, I will be for the next couple of months.
Oh, for the next couple of months. Your husband going in the service or what?
No, I'm getting married in October.
Oh, I get it. You want to get a picture of Steve to make sure you're not losing out on a good deal, huh?
Yeah, he really sounds terrific.
Steve is he's a wonderful guy, clean cut, all American. I mean, you know, he was into all that stuff, you know, years ago, long hair, smoking drugs and all
But
that
not
stuff.
anymore.
And he owned a couple of bars and so on. And about 5 years ago, he cleaned up his act. He lost about 60 pounds. He's
Yeah.
about 6'1". He weighs 203 pounds, dark hair, brown eyes, a wonderful, good old Irish Catholic kid. He's a wonderful fella, and probably would love to get a nice little thatch hut over in Canarsie and raise a passel of kids.
That's right. I tell you what, why don't you send your picture and
We'll
description of...
we'll have a picture of him
Yeah,
sent to
all
you.
right.
Hang on a minute, and I'll let you talk to Kathy again, and then you can give her your address, and we'll take care of everything.
Okay, thank you so much. I really love your show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Boy, Steve's apartment is going to be like Graceland Mansion.
Yeah, that's going to be great here. Either that or the
Incredible.
Playboy Mansion, one or the other.
People will be standing out in front throwing things,
Well, I
scarves.
think it's the least we can do to get Steve married off.
Yeah, I think it's
for
a good
all.
idea.
We don't need the competition, I can tell you that. Ricky?
There's Richie. Hey,
Richie, I'm sorry, I wrote it down wrong. Thanks for holding. Welcome to the show.
hey, good morning. How you doing?
Where are you calling from?
Flatbush.
Flatbush
Yeah.
in lovely Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yeah, were you there when the Dodgers were there?
No, I'm a little younger than that, but
Yak.
I might as well have been there though.
Might as well have been. The memory lingers on.
Yes, the boys from still here.
Right.
Well, first of all, I just want to say I enjoyed. I don't know if it was your son or the other guy's son. I enjoyed listening to your son yesterday.
Ah, my son Jeremy.
Yes,
Making
yes.
his sporting debut here at with Steve McFarland.
Yes.
Very cute. I tell you, if you get on his back, I'm telling you, he's as good as Howard. He can take over Howard.
Oh hell yeah, he's got more hair. And he's better looking, and he's nicer in person.
That's right.
Yeah, really.
He probably has got a nicer personality.
Oh, well, that's not saying much, but it's true. He does. He's he's a nice kid. I'm saying cavelling on my kid all day.
Good manners.
He's a nice man. He's really. In fact, I was telling him that riding around in the car the other day. I said, Jeremy, you really are a good kid. It's, it spoils you when you're a parent to be around good kids. You get around other kids, and they're, and they're rotten, and you don't,
rotten to the core, yeah.
Really. And I say, you don't invite their parents over because they're going to drag their rotten kids along.
That's right.
Hey, it's kind of like let's have a duck dinner. You bring the duck, that kind of thing.
Any chance, you mentioned one time that you did some broadcasting in Atlanta?
Oh yeah, we were there for 2.5 years.
Any chance to get on Mr. Brown from the Knicks?
Oh, Hubie? Oh, Hubie's coming up.
Hubie's
coming up. We did a number of things with the Hawks when we were down there. A lot of fundraisers and stuff like that, and some promotions over at the Omni when the Hawks were playing, and Steve Haas and Tree Rollins and all those guys that are on the Hawks. We've had some wonderful times with them, and Hubie is one of the all-around nicest guys you could ever hope to meet.
Very intelligent, too.
Honest, straightforward, very sharp. It was a rotten thing that happened down in Atlanta, but now that he's up here in New York, I think we're going to see some great stuff with Hubie in the Knicks. He's a hell of a guy.
Because they just got a truck, and he was down there in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And it should be very interesting. Oh, one thing I'm very curious about, from your point of view, the other network is obviously trying to compete with Nightline as their own lead version. I was thinking, did you ever wonder, who's up at that time, watching reruns of Hazel and I Love Lucy,
Mm-hmm.
That's the only time when we sleep.
Yeah,
That's
really.
right, yeah. I'm curious why they would have any, really singing really that late,
Well,
I'm a really late one.
I'm inclined to believe from reading the trade magazines, Ricky, that one of the things that started the whole thing off was Ted Turner's cable news network, because it has done exceedingly well, and it has made its presence known in the ratings by way of cable very, very quickly. And the boys, at the three major networks and so on,
Always
are aware of that.
Always ready to steal a good idea.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's like the old expression that they have in the boardrooms around the broadcasting business. Why be creative when you can steal? And as a consequence, what we have here is is an entity such as 24-hour news being made available and making an impact, impacting the ratings adversely to the three major networks. So lo and behold, what to your wondering eyes should appear but overnight news and a tiny reindeer. And there you have it. It's a service, and it's it may catch on, and you've got different time zones, and who knows?
Interesting.
I think it's a wonderful thing that they would provide news and information. It sure beats the hell out of like you say, Hazel reruns and I Love Lucy and Leave It to Beaver and that kind of thing. So that's that.
Thanks for calling, Rick.
Thanks for calling, guys. Okay.
In New York, our number is 877 WABC. In New Jersey, 489 WABC, and we are Ross and Wilson at WABC Talk Radio 77.
Belmont Park, the most exciting racetrack in the country. Come out for the fastest thoroughbreds in the world. 9 action-packed races and a chance to win.
Run for me, baby. Win this one for me. Fly like a bird, let your spirit go free. I got a feeling nothing's gonna stop us now.
There's no feeling in the world like seeing the horse you picked to finish first. Finish first.
Say you can't do it. Now dance on the wind. Break your heart into stretch. Show 'em all how to win. I got a feeling nothing's gonna stop us now.
Winning at Belmont Park. It's an unbeatable feeling.
First race, 1 o'clock, Sundays, 1:05. For information, call 212-641-4700. For group sales information, call 516-688-2026.
We are the people who are making the future 150,000 strong are we. We are experienced, 100 years experience, building dreams no one thought could ever be. We are Western Electric. We have a dream to fulfill. And who will bring the information age home to you? We will.
We're the 12,000
people of Western Electric in the New York area. Part of a nationwide company developing information age technologies for the Bell system that will make your telephone part of a home information center, doing everything from helping balance your budget to shutting off your lights.
We are